It was yet another cold November night in north-central Nebraska, but the county cage was conducting business as usual. Frosty by nature this time of year, the mugs of beer were flowing like the Loop River in April, while the whiskey was being shared almost strictly medicinally, so as to help lift the spirits and warm the weary natives. Back in the kitchen, sisters Timmery and Hillary were whipping up some good old soul food. Just then the giant front door of the county cage swung open, and when it did, a blustery gust of wind and snow came blowing in, followed by 5 wayward travelers holding their guitars and shivering their asses off. 4 men and 1 tough southern girl. While the whole crew looked a bit distraught, the gal, while quite pretty, seemed especially irritated with the current situation. A hush fell over the room for a couple moments before she finally broke it with, "Well, have you got any damn tequila?" Brother Marcus stepped out from behind the bar and gave the crew a good once-over, then broke the silence with a wave of his arm. "Get your asses in here." It seemed these 5 travelers had come from Nashville, Tennessee, to play some shows out there in the great Midwest, and due to weather they'd lost their way and their wagon was broke down, and they were in no shape to continue their journey. So on this night, the county cage would be their refuge.
My first ride was a rolling party. My first ride was a love machine. Primer red with Bondo in the body, tearing down the road drinking gasoline.
Timmery and Hillary served up the food while Brother Marcus kept the booze flowing. Soon the crew from Tennessee was carrying on and laughing about their less than desirable set of circumstances. One by one, the latches on the guitar cases started popping open, and the travelers began sharing what they had to bring to the party. Some damn fine country music.
Stereos, chainsaws, and I always need guitars, but pistols and diamonds, they keep the lights on. Just as fast as they come in, man, they're long gone. They all got their reasons. Everybody needs one. They're so beautiful and dangerous, laying there shining. Pistols and diamonds.
There was dancing and laughter, tears, foot stomping and hand clapping galore, as the clocks on the wall began to serve no more purpose than the neon signs surrounding them.
Nothing like going home. And I've been gone for way too long, running down my dreams on my songs. And oh, how I do love to roam, but I know there ain't.
In the midst of the festivities, a man seemingly as large as an old oak tree, who'd been silently observing from a corner booth, stood up and said, "Hey, you guys ought to hear my granddaughters sing." On cue, 2 little girls took off running back toward the kitchen where the sisters were busily working away, getting things shut down so they could join the party. "Mommy, Aunt Hillary, get out here and sing for these guys." Timmery turned away from her duties. "What? Sing? Now? Oh, shit." She tossed the mixing bowl she held in her hands into a sink full of soapy water, causing a big old splash that hit Hillary square in the face, slammed what was left of her bush light, and said, "Let's go, Hillary." Hillary stood there, shy as ever, soap suds on her face, flour in her hair. Not like a daisy or a rose, but you know, the kind of flour that you make biscuits with. Both of them wearing their aprons. "No way," she said. "I'm not doing it." To which Timmery replied, "Hillary, quit being a pussy," and turned and headed toward the epic jam session taking place up front. Hillary reluctantly followed. Both of their hearts were racing as they walked through the crowd of their friends and family and eventually made their way to where the pickers were perched on bar stools up front. Timmery took the guitar offered to her by one of the fellas from Music City, a notably handsome gentleman, and they began to play.
Can't keep on sneaking around like this. There's Something about you I can't resist. Hand in your hand, lips on your lips. Just have to make this thing end after midnight.
We've all heard it said there's nothing sweeter than the sound of sibling harmonies, and I for one have certainly come to believe it to be true. But never more so than while I sat there with four of my most talented musical friends and listened to these two sisters singing together. The room filled with joy, Brother Marcus over there beaming with pride, Grandpa in the corner with a tear on his cheek. Now this is what music is for. The song ended and the applause finally died down, and in the most South Carolina way we heard Bridgette Tatum shout out, "The Apron Sisters, that's what I'm gonna call you. Damn, y'all can sing."